When I read The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, I knew going through all of the 7 baby steps could take quite a while. The book's structure of saving money, paying off debt, and investing, it was simple and easy to understand, but it definitely had some years attached to it. This is not a get-rich-quick book for sure. Nevertheless, I was intrigued and inspired to follow Dave's 7 baby steps and see where it took me and my new family. 10 years and 2 kids later, our family has become debt-free, mortgage-free, and millionaires. It's safe to say that this book was extremely beneficial to my family's financial future. I'm thankful to have found the book and the charismatic and inspiring author who wrote it. But after the mortgage is paid off and we hit baby step 7, what do we do then? Enter baby steps 8, 9, and 10. Instead of waiting for Dave Ramsey to write his next book, I decided to create my next 3 baby steps myself. That would get me to the magic number of 10. The beauty of Dave Ramsey's first 6 baby steps is that they're very goal-oriented. Each step is specific and measurable. Let's quickly go through them. Baby step 1 instructs you to save $1,000 in an emergency fund. Baby step 2 is to pay off all your debts outside of your mortgage using the debt snowball. Baby step 3 guides you to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. Baby step 4 has you invest 15% of your household income for retirement purposes. Baby step 5 wants you to start saving for your children's college expenses. And then baby step 6, my favorite, encourages you to completely pay off your mortgage. Very specific and easily measurable. Baby step 7 is to build wealth and give. This step was not very specific and not very measurable, but the other steps I thought were pretty good. I'm gonna try to use the same specificity and measurability of the steps 1 through 6 with my made up baby steps 8, 9, and 10. But before I do, please consider giving me the YouTube triple thanks, everybody. That's hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment below. I appreciate you considering it as I'm looking to grow my small business this year. Thank you very much. Okay, here are my fake, non-Dave Ramsey approved baby steps 8, 9, and 10. Baby step 8, max out tax-favored retirement accounts. There's an excellent Morgan Stanley advertisement that states, "You must pay taxes, but there's no law that says you gotta leave a tip." Up until this point in Dave Ramsey's baby steps, he's told his readers and listeners to invest 15% of their income in tax-favored retirement vehicles. In my humble opinion, baby step 8 is an excellent time to consider completely maxing those out to get their full benefits. Let's first talk about the 401k, 403b, and 457 plans. The annual contribution limit for a 401k, 403b, and most 457 plans is $20,500 in 2022, which is coming up. If you have a fully funded emergency fund and you're completely debt-free, it is time to max this baby out. That being said, if your workplace has garbage investment options with low returns and high fees, this could be a whole different story. At my previous place of work, we had index fund options with low fees. Additionally, my employer provided a 15% match on 100% of our contributions. So if I invested $19,000 and the match was 15%, I got $2,850 additional money that year. And free money is awesome, my friends. In a situation like mine, it makes complete sense to max out that 401k annually. If your situation is not as favorable, talk with your workplace 401k plan manager about including some index funds and matching retirement benefits in the future. If you get an unfavorable response, no worries, move on to maxing out the IRA. Speaking of, let's talk IRA. Let's say you've maxed out your 401k plan because it has a favorable match and the investment options, they're solid. Now what? Well, next up would be to contribute to the maximum contribution level to a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. As of this recording, the total allowed IRA contributions are $6,000 if you're under 50 and $7,000 if you're over 50. With traditional IRAs, you are eligible to receive a tax deduction when you make the initial contributions. Roth IRAs allow you to avoid paying the taxes when you withdraw your money because you paid those taxes from the start. Either option helps you immensely in reducing your tax burden to Uncle Sam. Given our situation, I moved on to fully fund my Roth IRA. We were under the income limits and I developed a solid portfolio that is still generating excellent returns with low fees. If you're married, talk with your spouse about doing the same thing. This way, if you're under 50, you're contributing $12,000 per year in tax-favored IRA accounts. Then there's the HSA. Health savings accounts, HSAs, also have similar tax-favored benefits that are highly attractive. I didn't have the option at my office, but I did sign up for mine through Lively, which is a no-fee investing option that I've used for years now. I'll put their link in the description below if you want to check them out. HSAs, they pack a triple tax benefit, my friends. The first thing is that you can contribute pre-tax if you're signed up for an HSA through your employer. Or your contributions are tax deductible if your employer doesn't have an HSA option, like my previous employer did not. And then the second thing is that funds inside an HSA grow tax-free. And then lastly, if you use the funds for qualified medical expenses, the funds can be withdrawn tax-free and penalty-free. Who really likes paying taxes anyway? Baby step 9, achieve coast fire. There was a moment in time when I asked, when can I stop investing for retirement? The answer was coast fire, which is our baby step number 9. Coast fire is when you have enough invested in your retirement accounts that you can decide to drastically slow down or completely stop new contributions and still retire comfortably in your 60s. Our family hit coast fire recently after saving up $550,000 in tax-advantaged retirement accounts before 40 years old. If our family simply did not add another dime to our $550,000 with a conservative 7% growth rate, we could expect to have around $3 million by the time we retire at 65. Will we stop retirement contributions completely? Not necessarily, but we're glad that we have the option to slow things down after saving and investing nearly 50% of our income for 10 straight years. We'll more than likely take advantage of employer 401k and HSA matches going forward, but outside of that, we're done investing for retirement. So what else can you do with your money then if you're done investing for retirement? Well, there are 2 different pills you can take here, my friends. The first one is the Fire to YOLO pill, which is relaxing and enjoying more time with your family and friends today. Instead of hyper saving and potentially dying with a pile of cash and investments, use more of your money to maximize your life experiences and create incredible memories with the ones you love. Or you could take the baby step 10 pill, which is continue building your legacy and wealth for generations to come. Your hard work and dedication can change the direction of your family tree as well as the causes you believe in most. For the first pill, check out how our family went from 50% to 10% savings recently after achieving coast fire. I'm gonna put a video right here. And then for pill number 2, let's move on to fake baby step number 10. Baby step 10, develop your passive income. I love the quote from Warren Buffett. He says, never depend on a single income. Make investment to create a second source. At this point, you're debt-free, you're mortgage-free, and you've hit coast fire, and hopefully you're still making a decent income. If you really want to accelerate things and go after some big dreams like a career change, early retirement, or even upgrading your overall lifestyle, you're gonna need to increase your income. If you don't have a ton of extra time, passive income through a taxable brokerage account can be a great way to go. Perhaps time is on your side. Looking into real estate investing or a profitable small business can do wonders for your overall household income. Let's first discuss rental real estate. Now, this is a topic I've explored a lot. Through some interviews on my weekly podcast, I've learned that you can get into the rental real estate game by getting a mortgage or buying with cash, which is Dave Ramsey's favorite, of course. If you go through the cash route, you'll have to save for quite a while. But if you're used to the Dave Ramsey crock-pot methodology, then waiting and saving shouldn't affect you too much. Once you're able to secure your first property and those monthly rent checks start to come in, you'll have a consistent and secure passive income source. Yes, you'll need to play landlord or hire a property management company to support you, but either way, you now have that coveted second income source that gets you closer to your big dreams. If you don't want to do the landlord thing, you could invest in REITs or real estate investment trusts. Or you could work with a company like Roofstock to help you find tenant-occupied houses or commercial real estate options like Fundrise. I'll put all these links in the description below, but they could be good minimalist ways for you to invest in real estate. We went the REIT route because it's pretty simple and requires a lot less commitment, something we like at this point in our lives. And then there's the brokerage account. Once you've exhausted your tax-favored accounts, you could look into a taxable brokerage account. I'm a big fan of Vanguard because of their transparency and ability to provide a boatload of low-cost investment options. Additionally, M1 Finance has been showing up Vanguard lately with its low fees, auto rebalancing, and ability to buy slices of ETFs. Again, I'll have links for those options in the description below. If early retirement is your game, you could consider an option like target date funds. These investment options allow you to pick a specific year for your early retirement, invest consistently through dollar cost averaging, and set it and forget it. If you're partnering with a low-cost brokerage firm like Vanguard, you'll find these investment vehicles have decently low fees, which allow you to retire earlier. Alternatively, you can create and manage your own portfolio of diversified investments or work directly with a fee-only certified financial planner. XY Planning Network has a boatload of professionals with a variety of specialties available to support you. And last but not least in Baby Step 10 is going for a small business. Building your passion around a small business idea can be an excellent way to increase your joy and increase your income. I'm motivated by the hundreds of online business entrepreneurs I've spoken with who have developed a solid income by starting a blog, promoting their services, and selling products online. Small business development does take time, patience, and a whole lot of work to become successful. But if you have some spare time and the will to succeed, dip your toes in and see how the entrepreneurial water feels. Last year, I decided to take the entrepreneurial leap and go full-time with my business. I quit my job at 38 years old and decided to become a full-time online content creator. So far, I am loving it. There are definitely some disadvantages of entrepreneurship, full-time of course, but there are plenty of advantages as well. Now let's talk about the final destination, and that's bringing in more passive income than your annual expenses, or what we call financial independence. This consistent passive income stream would allow you the freedom to change careers, retire early, or dedicate more time to causes and hobbies that bring you the most joy. In conclusion, Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps create a fun, easy to follow way to conquer the mountain of financial independence. But it might not be for everyone. I've spoken to millionaire entrepreneurs who've built their businesses using debt or their real estate empire by leveraging properties. There's nothing wrong with that. Building a business with debt works for them, and that method has brought them tons of financial success. Personal finance is just that. It's personal. Not everyone's situation fits perfectly into 7 steps or 10 made-up ones for that matter. Do what's best for you and your family. Your true contentment, personal satisfaction, and ability to follow your life's passions is the true measure of financial success in my book. But enough from me. I want to hear from you. What do you think of baby steps 8, 9, and 10? Or what do they look like for you? Do you have any suggestions for 11, 12, and 13? Please let me know in the comments below. This is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money, signing off. Carpe diem.